Say, man, how does watching dirty websites ruin your romantic relationships? Does it ruin your romantic relationships? Short answer, yes, bro. Some good water. It ruins your romance. It ruins the closeness that you have with your partner. You know, watching dirty websites, it's man made. That bird is going crazy in the background. I'm still talking. It's man made. We wasn't put here as men to do those things. So we submerge ourselves within such a thing, as well as being in a romantic relationship, is a detriment to the people we love and to ourselves. That feeling of sexual expression is supposed to be with you and your committed partner. But due to our lust, we go outside of that and look for other ways to feel pleasure. And that is going to affect the people that we care about, because you're giving yourself to something outside of the covenant that you've shared with one supposed person. And if you ask me, it is a form of cheating. I'm getting my rocks off to somebody else. Yeah, it's not physical, but I'm being turned on by a woman that I'm fornicating with in my mind. If you was to be with your partner and you found out that they was fornicating to other men mentally to the point where she would ejaculate, wouldn't you feel some type of way? But we feel like, since we don't know the people that we're fornicating with mentally through dirty websites, we think it's innocent, but it's not. See, when I was younger, I never really looked at it that deep as, is it cheating? Is it not? I didn't really know. But where I'm at now, since I don't do those things, I look at it from a more clear lens. My lust has been subdued, my urges have been suppressed for so long. And I ain't gonna lie, man, like, it's not that easy, but it is though. It depends on what your routine is. It depends on what you're around. It depends on what you surround yourself with. If I'm constantly in a life of fast paced movement, a life of partying, if I'm constantly around that, then it's easier for me to be subject to feeling tempted by those things. But since I don't do those things, I'm not in those environments, it's easier for me to fight and go against. So it's easier for me to look at things as for what they are. And watching dirty websites, it is a different type of intimacy that you're sharing outside of your romantic relationships. And you don't think that's going to affect something? You don't think that's going to change something? We try to rationale with these things, but it's not healthy for us. You're going to break the spirit of who you're sleeping with, who you're in a relationship, who you're bonding with. They may not tell you, they may not feel it, but if both of you guys are, fornicating with dirty websites, then that's just what y'all do. To me, that still ain't right. And people say you can't tell people what's right and what's wrong. Yes, you can. Yes, you definitely can. If you don't agree, you don't agree. Someone else might agree with you. But on my channel, asking me, for those who care what I think, it's a detriment to your relationships, to yourself. the way you view yourself, your confidence, your anxiety levels. It's not healthy. And why have we grown accustomed to doing unhealthy things? Why are we accustomed to doing unhealthy things, you know? If you ask me, bro, I don't know, bro. Matter of fact, I do know. You can tell by my energy I'm kind of tired in this video, but I'm just, that's just the way I look at things, you know? Why would I want to do something to intentionally hurt the people I love, the person who I'm sharing my life with? You know, even being single is wise for you to get your lust, your fornication with dirty websites under control because it's not healthy. How do you expect your partner to be loyal to you when you're mentally stimulating your sexual urges from other women? And if men had to truly be honest, it doesn't make us feel good knowing that our woman masturbates to another man's penis. You know, we don't even want to think of it like that. We try not to even look at it like that. We try not to think of them even thinking about that. We try to just focus on ourselves and do what we want to do. But if you looked at your partner as a man, if you looked at your girl's Safari history and you saw that she was watching BBC and it wasn't yours, how would you feel? The dirty websites of who you masturbating to, those women, you would sleep with them in real life. That's your speed. That's your type. That's your inner lust. And sometimes even in real life, you wouldn't even touch those women because you think they probably stank or something. Feel me? So if you feel that way about you, if you feel like you would be turned on by those women in real life, you don't think your girl feel the same, bro? You don't think your girl feel the same, bro? It's immoral and it's not good practice. And you better off not even doing it for real, bro. You might as well just pack it up. Get your lust under control, man. Watching dirty websites definitely influences, impacts in a negative way your romantic relationship. Some people would argue that it helps because y'all can learn more about what to do. Man, that's cope. Y'all just want to be lusting. Ain't nobody watching dirty websites to improve their sex life. I don't care if you're trying to learn new positions and tactics. If you that's when you first starting out. You know what I'm saying? It's not healthy to watch other people do that thing, bro. It's just not. If you want to explore new things with your wife, y'all try that out when y'all intimate together. Just create something. Create a new position. Nothing too crazy, but keep it in the wheelhouse of sex. You feel me? But you should never witness with your eyes somebody else having sex. Never. Shalom. All praise to the Most High. God bless the sons of Abraham. God bless the daughters of Sarah. You dig?